On the night of August 15, 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio called Big Ear was quietly scanning the sky, listening for any sign of a signal that didn't belong. The telescope was part of a project affiliated with Ohio State University, built years earlier, not specifically to hunt for aliens, but to map radio sources across the sky. Still, one of its long-term goals was searching for exactly this kind of anomaly, something that couldn't be explained by any known object in space. That night, it found something. A burst of radio energy hit the telescope for exactly 72 seconds, 30 times stronger than the background noise of deep space. It came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, and it matched almost perfectly the frequency scientists had predicted an extraterrestrial signal would use, a frequency of 1,420 megahertz, tied to hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. Scientists had long theorized that if another civilization wanted to be found, this frequency was the most logical one to transmit on, since any species capable of radio astronomy would likely already be monitoring it. 3 days later, an astronomer named Jerry Ehman was reviewing the printout by hand, sitting at his kitchen table, going through stacks of data the telescope had recorded automatically. When he reached that particular sequence, he saw a string of numbers and letters representing signal strength climb higher than anything he'd seen before, then fade back down in a smooth, symmetrical curve. He circled it in red pen and wrote one word in the margin. Wow. That word gave the signal its name, and it's the only trace that remains of one of the strangest 72 seconds in the history of astronomy. Here's what made it so difficult to dismiss. The signal rose and fell exactly the way scientists expected a genuine deep space source to behave, tracing the pattern you'd get from the Earth's rotation, slowly sweeping the telescope's fixed field of view across a stationary point in the sky. That single detail ruled out most simple, mundane explanations. It wasn't a passing plane. It wasn't a satellite. It wasn't a stray broadcast bouncing off the atmosphere. Whatever it was, it behaved exactly like something coming from far outside our solar system. Astronomers pointed the telescope back at the same coordinates again and again in the weeks, months, and years that followed. Nothing. The signal never repeated. Not once, not in nearly 5 decades of listening. Over the years, researchers have proposed dozens of explanations. A comet passing through the area was suggested in 2016, since certain comets can emit radio waves at similar frequencies as they interact with hydrogen clouds around them. For a while, this theory gained real traction, but later analysis found that the comet in question wasn't in the right position at the right time, and most astronomers now consider that explanation largely discredited. Others have pointed to a faint, previously undiscovered star, flaring briefly and fading before it could ever be catalogued. Some suspect a rare terrestrial signal, one that briefly reflected off a piece of space debris at just the right angle to mimic a deep space source before vanishing completely. None of these explanations has ever been confirmed. None of them fully accounts for everything the data shows. In 2020, a team using the Breakthrough Listen project revisited the same patch of sky with far more sensitive modern equipment, hoping decades of technological progress might finally catch an echo of whatever had been there in 1977. They found nothing resembling the original signal. What we're left with is a single data printout, one word scrawled in red ink, and 72 seconds of radio energy that came from somewhere, matched precisely what scientists were listening for, and then never came again. Nearly 50 years later, the WOW signal remains the strongest candidate we've ever recorded for contact with something not of this Earth, and we still don't know what it was. If signals like this keep you up at night, subscribe for more mysteries science still can't close. And if you've got a theory on what really hit that telescope, Drop it in the comments. I read every one.